Which trading method do you use between scalping, swinging, day trading, and why? I feel like we don't really.
You can't be an indices trader and swing. Okay, it's fine. People do it, but it's risky because remember, for an example with US 30, this is indices are fundamentally based tools. You understand? So any small thing that happens in the States, in the US, in the United States of America, it will affect US 30. Because this is what 30 companies in the US, there's investors, there's people in the background that influence the movement of indices. They call them what? The market makers. You understand? For an example, back in 2019, we used to just follow Donald Trump on tweet. Then you have a direction for the day on US 30. If Donald Trump once posted a tweet, fuck China. You know what happened on US 30? It dropped like crazy. You understand? Whereas someone that's trading Euro NZD, they didn't see nothing.
Remember that time they said he has COVID? Around like 5 a.m., 6 a.m.
The market was volatile.
USDT dropped, bro.
When there's actually even elections. When Donald Trump was against Joe Biden the first time. So
yeah, I remember the market was raging like...
it was very volatile. Tumelo made $1 million from 1,000 trading elections at that time. Just by watching Bloomberg. The market was very volatile. You get 600 points in 2 minutes. 600 points is 10,000 per position. Per 0.01.
No, it's right.
It's giving you 10,000. So how can you hold for 5 minutes when you have like 15 positions on a 2,000 rand account and each one is holding 10,000?
So with the way you're explaining, what I'm getting from you and him, you guys are scalpers.
It's not
really.
We are day traders.
The problem is most of the people want to trade to flex with the peeps. Okay, understand? They want to say I hold like 1,000 peeps. You understand? With one trade going like 10,000. Joe, like it doesn't make sense for me to see like you know how much you need in your pocket. I'm running like 20k. Should I be holding the 20k because it's 2 minutes now? Come on.
Now you're telling me. But it's right, and I think bro, like what he's saying is important. And I think when I started trading, like I was obviously in the currency space, and you know we would have what we call pip counts per week. Say this is how many pips we covered on our signals. So you would want to cover as many pips as possible. But when you come to like, you know, in this USDT and Nasdaq and whatever, bro, like you could be holding like 30 points, and 30 points is basically what, 3 pips. That's in essence what it is.
Yeah, that's
that's 300 pips.
Yeah.
300 pips, 300 pips actually. So because indices move 10 times faster than currency pairs, so that 30 points can come in 5 minutes. And the 300 pips that you're holding can come in 2 days. So you can cover 300 pips in 2 days, but on indices that can come within 5 minutes. So you can't really be like a long-term trader when you're trading indices, because you can cover as much time you can cover on a daily basis, on a short space of time. So you're kind of forced and pushed to be a day trader.
So okay, maybe how I understood it is very different. How I understood it was, I think a day trader is somebody that runs trade and he doesn't overlap trades
100%
throughout the day.
You're
So
intraday trader.
On your state, you can't sleep with open trade.
Wait, hear my chat. So with how you say you can't hold a trade for 5 minutes, to me it sounds like you are a scalper. Why? Because how do you define it as day trading when you just get in, get out, get in, get out?
You don't get in and get out. Remember that we said that. So this is what I'm saying. USDT moves 100 times faster than Euro USD.
Yes.
So on Euro USD, you're targeting point A to point B, which is equivalent to 300 pips.
Yes.
On USDT, I'm targeting point A to point B, which is 30 points, and that's equivalent to 300 pips. Exactly. So my distance from point A to point B takes me about 10 to 15 minutes, and your distance takes you about 10 to 24 hours. So you're gonna hold for the same amount of money I made 10 hours, and I only held for 15 minutes.
So what happens if you clock like 300 points on
USDT?
Yeah, it happens. That can happen within a day.
Do you know how much that is?
300 points. That
approximately.
Okay, let me tell you how much USDT pays in rands. So $1 is equals to 1 point on USD. It pays $1 per point. So if you hold 30 points, that's $30, which in SA is 500 and something rands currently.
Yeah, no,
so
you got it correct.
If it's 3,000 points, that's $3,000, which is what?
50,000.
50 something thousand.
and
300 points is 300,000, which times South African rands. So if you hold 300 points, that's 5 million.
Yeah,
That's
and I want
0.01.
to touch on something. The most important thing is the contract size. That is something that most of the people they don't check.
Plus you don't play with contract size.
Yeah,
Chief.
they don't
Hey,
check
this
the
one doesn't
contract
play.
size.
Yeah. It's important as an indices trader
really
to
important
understand
check
contract size.
You
Yeah.
understand? You'll go on a broker, the contract size it's 1. You understand? Me, the contract size is 100. I enter 0.01 on 30 pips. I'm going, let's say 0.01. I'm going 3 clipper. You are actually going how much? 30 rand. You want to go the same amount that I'm going, but you forget to check
Contract
your
size.
size.
Yeah,
And that's an issue even with the Signal subscribers.
Yeah.
You're already saying each position is floating 1,000 per position.
Yeah.
And someone is sending you, I'm floating 10 rand.
10
You
rand.
understand?
Contract
I won't
size.
mention any brokers, but
Yeah.
it's very important if you want
the
to trade
contract size.
indices, check your contract size. Contract size is 100 if you want to.
All right,
trade
guys. So
these.
basically, what the difference between a lot size and a contract size? A contract size is a standard lot that is used per trade. If I'm explaining it proper.
Yeah.
For an example, there's some brokers you can start from 0.01 to trade US30, and it can give you better money. But there's some where you can't. You literally have to open
Start from 1.0.
Yeah, to start 1.0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something
One
like
lot.
that. One lot.
One lot
basically.
is equals to a 0.01
Yeah.
on a contract size of 100.
Exactly. So that's
Contract
my
size
chair that
of
I'm trying to put. So we can safely say you are a day trader.
100%.
You are a day trader too.
Me, I always give them a platform to put whatever they understand. And if they want to say I'm a scalper,
It's fine.
Okay, it's funny. Okay, wait, I'll come to this one.
yeah.
I'm a day trader.
You're a day trader too.
I don't know, dog. It depends on the money I'm seeing.
Okay, with me,
Yeah.
I would say I'm a sentimental trader.
Yeah, okay.
So a sentimental trader is I become a certain trader for a certain type of setup I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
So you can
I
scalp.
merge with the market.
So you can scalp
Yeah.
if it needs you to scalp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously when I'm not doing account flips, there's no
I
way.
traded with him your states. I traded with him.
Yeah. Hey. No, actually, let's talk about that. You know what happened?
Yeah.
So they're like, let's flip Ks to approximately 20, 25 to 30.
Yeah.
So me, I'm scared. I don't like trading USD. It's too volatile for me.
Yeah,
I think I can't deal with it.
Yeah,
It has too much adrenaline. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, for me to be on the safe side, let me fund 5K.
Yeah.
I fund 5K, they're like KK. Yo, these guys are running $13,000. I'm used to dollars.
Rand.
13,000 rand.
Yeah, yeah.
Guess what? Me, I opened 2 positions on 5,000. 0.01.
5,002.
On 1,000, they have about 16 positions. Martin took my phone. Was like, go on. Hey, bro, by the time I left that house, I think that position was running 50 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ever since that day, I've never touched USD again. I can't. Like, for me, personally, guys, I don't want to lie to you.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I feel like my risk appetite, it's not off that high to match up the adrenaline US30 courses. I don't think.
So that is why most of the people will expect you to hold while you are going 50K and you just saw the 50K with 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So
And then are you gonna hold because now you don't wanna be a scalper?
you don't want to be
maybe it's because I understood what my personality
And for sure, there are pairs that you are loyal to. You understand that?
I only trade I only trade six things in my
Yeah,
life.
you understand. So I only trade 2 things.
Nasdaq and US30.
It's US30 and German 30.
Guys, so Figan Lap, Iman questioning. Here's another question. So the third question says, can you share the what can I call this? A trading security you specialize in? US30, I guess.
US30, Nasdaq, German 30.
Just the 3.
Yeah.
What about you? You just
For
said
me,
it.
it's US30
And German
and
30.
German 30.
For you?
I miss US State and Nasdaq.
That isn't US30. Okay, I will come back. You?
US 30, man.
Does US30 and Nasdaq move the same?
No.
Not entirely.
They don't have.
Two different charts.
Yeah.
Nasdaq is the top 100.
Yes.
US 30 is the
I
top
think
30.
the less company
So
have,
which
the
one
more
is more
power.
influential?
Yeah.
Obviously, US 30 is more volatile.
Yeah, I think the less company you have, the more volatile you be.
Yes, it
because
is.
if you can check S&P 500 has 500 companies.
And it's less volatile.
very
Yeah, I once
volatile.
tried it. Nah, actually, guys, I won't lie to you. The reason why I stopped trading indices, hey, I have a trauma, chief. Yo, I once flipped an account from 3,000 rands to about 42, from 42 to about 80 something. And then I just felt like I'm dominating Nasdaq.
Yeah.
I was like, let me try to flip it. I opened a bigger lot the year. Ever since
You don't make mistakes.
I won't
Don't
lie,
make a
bro.
mistake.
Do you know that second chart? There's a second chart. You know, there's 1 second, 5 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minute time frames. I got to a point where I opened the second, but that candlestick was not even close to a minute. But I blew that account.
Yeah.
So I realized from then that the volatility that's there, I can't deal with it. Personally, for me, it won't work because I'm that
It's
one
not
person.
for chance takers that.
So you see that volatility is the one that actually makes people to scalp. You understand? Because you can hold and run like. There were days whereby I could hold trades and run like 150K. Understand? Maybe you keep your phone in the pocket. When you come back, you get your phone running losses.
Maybe just
that's
went
why.
to the toilet
Yeah.
to pee. When you come back,
When it comes back,
actually, dog, I've had a day like that. You know, I funded.
I remember I was with you.
No.
That once happened was with you.
Not that day. There's another day.
Yeah.
So I funded, I think, 3,000. I took that account to 100,000. Over 100, I think 100.
80 first and then 80 to 300.
Yeah. Just when I bought my 7R, sharp, I was floating. The account was on 300 balance, 300,000. Veracity days, the account balance is on 300,000. I opened two lots.
Was
No,
it five?
two 1.0 lots. That thing I was floating 70,000, dog. I went to the bathroom. I peed. When I came back, the account was on minus 225,000. That's how volatile those things are. I still have the trade.
Imagine how fast that is. You go to the bathroom, you come back, your story is
1530, dog. It was running negative 225,000.
Now do you see? With me, I hate something that has to make me a chat zombie. Not to say that.
Yeah, no, I catch you.
Yeah. So like, I hate something that's gonna make me a charge because I feel like with the volatility that has,
You have to be a charge
You
zombie.
have to be.
Yeah,
looking-
You have to,
Yeah.
dog. You
Yeah,
have
it's
to.
not-
Yeah, my personality is that personality that's really patient. Like I really I want to place a trade and get on with my day. So currencies for me built.
On indices, you can place trades maybe 11 p.m. Just before market close. 22:59, you place trades. And maybe by the time it closes, you are floating like 3,000. Dog, you can't even take a nap. That's how bad it is. You won't sleep. And let's say the market opens with the gap up and you bought. Opens with the gap up, maybe you are running like 13,000. Bro, you will not sleep. Even with the stop loss at entry, not on US state.
At least if you know what does it
Yeah,
On the real, bro.
when I open trades, like this guy always says, "Bruh, leave the phone." I was like, "Bruh, I'll never leave the phone."
On the real, though, I
It
remember.
doesn't leave the phone.
Because like
also.
once you leave the phone, 2 seconds of you leaving the phone already.
No,
you
this
can
one
change
is always
anything.
like a minute. So at least Nyana can give it like 2 minutes, not check. This one every minute he wants to check. I'm like,
Relax, there's nothing you can do. Leave it.
No, tell him straight, "Bruh, now one man. I don't wanna like. Let's say for instance, I wanna see that 5K. If I'm floating 5K, I wanna see that 5K. If I'm floating 10K, I wanna see it how it got there. Next thing, it's 10K. Next thing you
wanna see
know
1, 2, 3 until 10.
You understand? And the problem is one thing. You wanna keep your phone in your pocket, and then you find out that the market moved, and then it came back to where you left it. It's there now. And then you calculate, hey, like I would have seen 20,000.
Nah, I can't deal with it.
especially on a
I'm
100 contract size.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not for chance takers.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
it
where
is
we
what it
play.
is, it is what it
That's
is.
where we play.
So, I have another question that's coming from production. Actually, they say, how big of a role does patience play in trading?
a very big role, dog.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, I always share this thing with my students when I teach them psychology. You know? Patience is a game changer. You understand? Having a funded account doesn't mean you must trade.
Yeah.
You understand? That's where the patience part comes in. For an example, I just want to make a very practical example, right? I don't know how. Okay, let me just talk about the charts because that's what I'm talking about. So, for an example, you have a setup from support to resistance, or from a trend line. You are waiting for a dead touch, or crossing of moving averages, or whatever. There's people talk that say the market must move from here, come here, and then from here it will buy. Right? No, let's say that's your setup. Understand? The market must move from here to here, right? From here, and then it must go up. Already the market left the ceiling. It's on its way to the floor.
Yeah.
You want to trade
In the middle.
its way to the floor. You understand? That's why a lot of people are blowing accounts. Because they were not patient enough to wait for the market to get to its floor so that he buys it back to the ceiling. This whole time he's busy trying sales, and that time is waiting for a buy setup. Why are you trading sales when your setup is saying you must buy? And why are you buying when your setup says you must sell? You understand? So patience, dog, is everything when it comes, more especially with USD and NAS 100. On Euro USD, you can just put a 0.01 buy. The account will not blow.
Okay, so would you guys also safely say that to trade your US 30s, there can be patience applied to it? For an example, the way you guys explain its volatility, I just literally think you can just be capitalizing from the movement. But obviously it's my thoughts. But do you think you also have to wait for it to reach a certain point?
Yeah.
If with the volatility included, you don't just buy and sell out of nowhere.
Okay, that's true.
You must have a setup.
Because you're gonna blow by buying
and selling out of nowhere. You understand?
The same principles you apply on currencies, you still apply on indices. So
10 times.
You need to be
10 times.
Yeah, so 100%. You need to be if you are patient, 10% on currencies on US states, you need to be 100% patient because that kills you 10 times faster than you would die on currencies.
One mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, they buy currencies. I'm very relaxed.
It's very nice. I think currencies, and also, it's another thing that I want to bring up as well, now that we're talking about this, is that you don't really have to.
When you retire on trading, one thing I'm going to tell you, currencies are like when you want to retire on trading, just do currencies.
And you have a lot of fun.
So I was about to speak, and I think you're speaking the opposite of what I wanted to say. So I wanted to say, I think I started trading currencies, and I'll tell you one thing. This is me being brutally honest. Consistency-wise, I was much more consistent in currencies than I am on indices. Indices, yes, I'll make big amounts, but not consistent amounts. But on currencies, you can make amounts consistently. So there's no use of making 10,000 today to lose 20,000 tomorrow, to make 10 again tomorrow, to lose 30 again the next day. As opposed to you making 5 today, you're making 7 tomorrow, you're making 9 the other day. By the end of the week, you've already made 70,000 rands. But on indices, when you look at things, you've actually made like 30,000, but you traded 50 times and you saw 100,000, but now you're on 30,000 because you lost the 70,000 based on the volatility. So I do want to present this to people to say, don't be pressured to trade indices because that's what's popular. You understand?
Yeah.
Be open to understanding currencies as well, because with currencies, yes, they are pretty slow, but with that slow growth that you're experiencing as you're trading, like you're learning the skill and you're sharpening your skill and you're building capital as well. By the time you come into indices, you know that, bro, like I got this. I know how to analyze. You know what I mean?
Because everyone actually started from currency.
You need to start there.
Yeah, because you know what I normally say? I normally say slow is the fastest way to grow and fast is the slowest way to grow.
Yeah.
Because when everybody starts trading, they have this popularity that US 30 and Nasdaq is blowing up. And then people just quickly jump to it. And when they get there, they burn.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like, naturally, indices don't match my personality. But I feel like the currencies, mainly because we have plus minus 25 currencies available, being able to maneuver around all of them, you kind of adapt to different market conditions. And it allows you, when you go to indices, you will remember, when did I see this? Because US 30 can present above 10 market conditions in a split of hours.
Yeah.
It could be consolidating in 1 hour, jiggy jiggy. It's impulsing, jiggy jiggy. It's trickling. Yeah, like
currency traders are afraid of gold. Like, I want to just start there. Currency traders are afraid of gold. You understand?
Because that thing is a mini USDT, chief.
So, but when you come from USDT,
Gold is not
afraid of anything.
Gold is small water. When you think of gold, you're like, this is easy.
And when I want to make fast money, I don't even think about gold.
Me too.
Gold, like gold talk is the same as Euro USD in my head.
And you know what? That's actually depressing because me, when I trade gold, I'm actually I'm teasing myself.
Yeah.
I'm giving myself stress.
Yeah, most of currency traders are afraid of gold.
And gold is nothing.
But also, I want to say something there. If you think currencies don't pay, this guy is driving an i8. Trading currency.
No, currencies pays.
They pay, guys.
Currencies pays. But one thing that I've realized is, back in those days, I used to trade currencies with the 1K and whatever. I felt like it doesn't work with the 1K.
Yeah, you need a bigger
Yeah, you need a bigger funding.
account.
Maybe for me, that's the main reason because I'm trading big amounts from prop firms. So I'm afforded that opportunity because, when you made an example about 300 points and 30 points, you on your 0.01, maybe 16 positions, you can make my 300 my 300 points in just 30 points, right?
Yeah.
But with me, because I'm trading currency and I have a lot of capital, the contract size I'm gonna use to bet on that trade could be 10 times better than what you did.
Yeah.
Because now, for instance, you're opening 16 0.01s, that's equivalent to 0.16, right? With me, on the same trade, I'm running a $400,000 funded account. I could open 80 lots.
No, I get you.
It affords me that opportunity. I feel like maybe that's the reason.
Prop firms are really like the way to go when you trade currencies, man. I mean, there's no better way. There's no better way to do it, bro.
When it comes to currencies pay. You just have to increase the lot size.
Actually,
That's all.
They do pay. You don't need 0.01.
You can trade a standard lot there just on any random day on your state.
Ninja knows what a standard lot is. Ask him, he knows. Standard lot.
One can blow 100,000
in a minute.
in a minute. One lot.
Yo, I feel like traumatized.
He has seen it, dog.
You guys are traumatized.
Like I'm telling you now, I had one lot on a 300,000 account. That account blew.
Just says.
In less than 10 minutes, I was running minus 225,000.
Yo,
There you become a strong man by force, by fire. You blow 100K, like imagine, bro, you're 23, you blow 100K within a minute.
Hey, nah, you
And
must
you're
be really
only
strong.
23 years.
But then, guys, I have another question here. So the other question says, how does each one of you adapt to market conditions and unexpected events? Like in the moment whereby the market condition is about to be affected by an event.
Yeah.
Throughout that day, what happens within you?
I think, when you trade indices, bro, like you get used to this. Like psychologically, you become strong. I think Ninja mentioned this just now, that you are forced to become strong. Like, bro, the more you trade is the more you adapt to the market conditions. So there's no like psychological preparation for that. Like you need to be present in the markets for you to fully sink into whatever mood and tone the market gives to you. Yeah. Sometimes you get there, the market is slow. You need to adapt to that pace in which the market is moving. But if it's also fast, you also need to adapt, So you get used to this. The more there's no better medicine to psychological embellishment than you being there every single time.
Yeah, true,
so you need to be there and present, every single day show up. Yeah. And the more you show up, that's the more your mind gets used to these things. So the best way to adapt is to show up every single day, and you're gonna be able to adapt to market conditions.
Is it safe to say you guys, since you trade this mostly high volatile thing, that even news events don't shake you?
No, they don't. NFP.
No, they don't.
So you see NFP, bro,
That's where we want it. That's where we want it.
Actually, you look forward to news events. You see, like this Wednesday, we've got CPI. Like, bro, we're waiting to trade CPI, because we know, like, that's what we want.
Hey, that time, as currency traders, we are stressed. Personally, I'm stressed.
You don't want to see fundamentals.
Yeah, because why? Well, I normally say news create volatility, not direction.
Yeah.
But in most of the time when news about to kick in, I normally protect my potential profits. And most of the time it happens that the
Take
market
that direction.
spikes me out
Oh.
and goes in my direction.
Eish.
Whereas with you, it's easy because you are now used to this volatility. Me, that kind of volatility shocks the living shit out of me.
When it comes to indices, the biggest point is time. You need to understand the right time of trading indices.
Shit, that's
Time.
I've never
Like
heard
you don't
someone
just
say
wake up around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m.
And trade.
Guess what?
It's a waste
With me,
of
my
time.
king, I wake up just like today. Today I woke up at 3 a.m. and I placed a buy on Bitcoin.
Yeah,
It's in good position. I think I'm running about $6,000 on that profit on profit.
sure. And I get you.
Hey, US 30 never.
Because
I
there's
would never-
sessions, dog. There's sessions. So there's US 30, there's NES 100, there's German 30. These are the major indices.
Yeah.
There's obviously France 40.
Let's consider the
talk
main
about
top three,
the major ones. It's not a good idea to trade these things during Asian session.
Okay.
This is Tokyo and Sydney session, right? So you can't trade these things at that time because there's no volatility. Sometimes there is, but it's in very rare cases where you find US 30 moving 200 points in the AMs, you understand? In the morning, between 9 a.m. and 12, I think. Is it 9 to 12?
Yeah, 9 to 12.
That's London session. That's where German 30
German
moves.
30 becomes more powerful than
You understand? US 30 doesn't move as much there. But from around 12 going to like late at night, but from 12 you can start trading US 30. Around 2:30 you sometimes get news events, your core price, core price in CPI or your NFP,
Initial job claims,
initial jobless claims. Like there's a lot of events that happen at 2:30. You understand? That like these are sort of a catalyst. The catalyst is something that speeds up the reaction.
Yeah.
Say for an example,
short
the market
period of
was
time.
supposed to buy. So now this is how this is how it's easy to trade fundamentals for us because now you are expecting the buy, but it's just not fast enough. So now when there's events, these events come as a catalyst. So if you're expecting the market to move 600 points in the next coming week, it can happen in a minute.
So, Kiz, you said something that I really want you to a little bit elaborate on. You said you can't at 2 a.m. in Asian session. We know that the Asian session is in the mid mornings for us in South Africa. So you can't trade because there's no way it can give you 200 points.
Not that there's no way. It's in rare cases.
It's in rare cases. Let's just say it's in rare cases.
It's a waste of time to be up all night trading USD.
Yes. So in those rare cases to make those 200 points, but it's possible to do it at 12, right? Is it based off expectation or is it based off the reaction you are used to? How would you define?
So I've been trading indices from 2018 till today. It's been 6 years. So what I'm telling you, I know. These things don't move at night.
And the spread at
The
night.
spread is high also.
The spread is high. You can't even open
Also,
a
if
big
the
lot
market
size.
closes on you the next day, there's an
Because
amount of fee that they
this was just helping me like understand because you know some it won't be clear to view at some point. Like when you say 200 points, it's rare to move around time. That means these people must know the right times.
The
to
right time,
trade.
dog, to trade German date is 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Change of times is 10 a.m. The best time to trade US date is anytime from 12 until you sleep at night. You can trade it.
I think back testing the market really helps a lot. If they can just back test, they'll see themselves that this was Asian session, there was never 200 points. They can just back test. I don't think it happened this year, Asian session to go 200 points this year. So they can just back test.
Yeah, they can go to the charts and check. Yeah.
That's safe enough. So one thing also we want to know from the questions I have is how do you guys manage risk? Do you look at risk in a monetary value? Do you look at risk in a pips value? Do you look at risk in a percentage view? Or do you look at risk in a contract point of view?
I think it depends. Yeah. I think you wanna take it.
Yeah,
you can take it.
me on my side, I don't look at it in pips or I only look at it with the amount that I have funded. So obviously I have to have like a wallet. So every time, let's say I have a wallet and I funded like 10K, I can divide it by 5, and then every time in my account I'll deposit like 2,000. So that's where my risk management starts. Not when I'm gonna open a trade, but in the wallet, how much did I leave behind? Maybe 8K. So I will try to take the 2,000 maybe to 10K. On my first attempt, I can fail, find another 2K. Remember, my target is 10K. That one, if I get to 10K, I'm gonna be replacing the 2,000 with the 8K profit. Then I can withdraw my 10K. Now I'm trading with their own money, so I can do the same process.
All the time.
Yeah, you can't lose 8 times.
So that's how you manage your risk.
Yeah.
It makes it safer for you like that.
Yeah.
So
That's a barcode trader. Barcode trader.
So it's safer for you to.
Yeah.
So basically, you trade amount. You are that type of trader.
Yeah.
You aim for 10K. When you hit your mark, you're done.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't
simple.
care if it's 20 pips
Yeah,
or
it's
at least.
simple.
Yeah, I think
about
also with if you trade these things, man, you're kind of like forced to like look at your risk monetary and not like pip wise, because like these things change. Sometimes your stop loss will be like 15 points based on your resistance area, but you'll find in volatile cases your stop loss could be 80 points. And that's like a lot. 80 points on that thing is equivalent to 800 pips. So you can already imagine one position is like killing you. That's $80 per position. That's like close to 2,000, per position. So I mean, if you funded 1,000 rands and your stop loss is 2,000 already, that's a losing trade as it is. You understand? So there's no chance of you making money on this. So I think you adapt to these. These kind of risk options of risking money and not pips when you trade indices. There's no way you're going to be risking and looking at points and stuff like that, because it's different from currencies. When currencies, it's easy. You look at resistance broken, stop loss hit, the market changes direction. But that thing can actually fake out. There's what we call fake outs as well, and that happens on currencies. But these fake outs on USD are much more expensive than what you would get on a currency pair. So you're forced to look at your money as a risk option and not just your points.
Also, like I've done a few podcasts, a few videos about these kind of things. People always have something negative to say. Obviously, as a currency pairs trader, you can never think like someone that trades indices. We are not in the same world.
Level, yeah.
Not in the same level. We are not in the same world.
Yeah.
You understand? Because bear in mind that we are funding 2,000 to make 10,000. You understand?
Yeah.
Like so I've been teaching my students to just risk less because they don't have funding. But for someone like me, I will not trade two positions on a 2,000 rands. If I blow 2,000, I can refund 2,000. Yeah. You understand? So someone must just risk what they can afford to lose. You understand? So if I have 10,000 rands, like Ninja is saying, that's how I also risk. I have a budget of trading for today. Let's say my budget for today is 10,000. You must split the account, obviously, like he's saying. So it's not the same. And I'm going to max out the 2,000. The first attempt, I'm maxing out.
And currency traders will put the whole 10K in one account. That's when they'll start saying, I have to lose like 500 in order.
Yeah, you're right, bro. That's me. Personally, that's me.
So
within
we
this
can't put
is,
10K there because we have to.
That 10K you will chow now. No. If this thing goes against you, he will chow you.
Nah, that's smart. So how do you guys balance? Yeah, for the fact that I love this question, is very interesting because you guys are day traders. Yeah. How has your trading affected your personal lives or your relationships?
A lot. As a trader, you don't have a life.
Yeah.
Your life is just Forex. More especially as this kind of trader.
Yeah.
Your life is just Forex trading.
Simple like that.
I understand. There's certain times you can't call me. Like,
not for real.
Even my wife knows. Even my wife knows. You can't call me on a NFP Friday at 2:30. What are we gonna talk about? Because you know I'm trading at that time.
Yeah. I get you.
Or at 3:30 when I'm trading. Why are you calling me? Because you know I'm trading at that time.
So they've adjusted to your times of trading.
You'll have to adjust, dog. You'll have to adjust.
You see why, guys? I'm a swing trader and I trade currencies.
Yeah.
I place a trade. I live my life. Simple. You can call me anytime you want, but
not here, dog.
Just don't call me during events, because by that time it's either I'm shaking whether I'm gonna hit a stop loss or other something. But personally, I do percentages. So my risk to reward, it's always 1:2. But if I range it in a way I risk, maybe I would risk 4% of my account to gain about 35. and 4%, maybe let's say on $100,000 funded account, it will be.
Look, that's basically what we do also.
Yeah.
It's just that people that usually watch this kind of podcast in the comment section buy a pub. I understand. But dog, if you are risking 4% of the whole money that you have to make 35%, it's no different from me risking 2,000 to make 20,000. It's no different because the 2,000 you are seeing there is not all the money I have.
It's the 20% of the 10K.
It's something that you are seeing at that particular point, but in my account, I have way more than 2,000. You understand? So it's basically the same, dog.
So how has trading impacted your guys' lifestyle and financial freedom?
You can see it, dog.
If you were given a chance, how can I put this question to make it more spicy? If you were given a chance, this question is running away now. How has trading impacted your lifestyle and financial freedom? Yeah. So if you were given a chance to trade $1 million account, trading US30, how much do you think you can potentially flip it to with the way you say you trade?
Let's say 1 million rands.
Okay.
Yeah. The way I trade, chances are I'm gonna blow it the first attempt, so I'm gonna make 100 million.
100 million, yeah. Because it has to be 10 times.
Or maybe 10 million, because we always target 1,000% growth.
Yeah.
1,000 to
so 100 million, it means you gotta hold like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So Ninja, you will back with 1 million.
Me, I have barcode like 300, 200. You know what is the problem? The problem of me not barcoding $1 million is because of the chances of getting the profit back. Because I don't mind putting it and going all out. The problem is and they will limit you, like if you have like traded like maybe almost like 400K and you entered barcode, you'll find that they don't allow you to enter other trades.
Yeah, they drop the margin.
The margin, yeah.
The margin, you
is it the margin or the leverage?
It's the margin. Margin. Because I think with South African brokers, even with the 100% bonus, you can only get it to a certain amount of depositing. If you deposit $1 million, you won't get 2 million bonus. No, you won't.
Yeah.
You won't get a bonus.
I think the maximum is 250 or 150 there, ne?
I think it's 100,000.
100,000.
Yeah, that's where they give you like
100%,
200%.
So the final question I have for everybody is like, I want each one of you to explain their perspective regarding personal funding and being a funded trader. So this is my point of view, right? My point of view says, on personal funding, I see slow growth because I'm way too attached to the money. But personally, my life flipped drastically as soon as I spend 10,000 for 8 million worth of account, and once I manage it, I get 80% of every profit I make. So for me, I would safely say, for me, prop firms, or to say, being a funded trader can change lives for everybody more than personal funding. What do you guys say about that?
Me on my side, I can't stand with the funded because there's rules. I don't like following rules. You understand? So I want to fund myself and make my own rules. Because the problem is, if I break one rule, I get disqualified. You understand? So that is the only problem that I have with being with pro firms. You understand? I don't mind buying an account, but the rules, I feel like sometimes they are too strong enough to handle my psychology. Understand? So I feel like if I fund and then I trade with my own rules, it's way better.
So you think that, according to your personality, it doesn't align with the way prop firms are built?
Yeah, because of the rules.
Okay. Nah, fair enough. Ninja Pella, we know how you trade, chief. Right? You would fail first attempt. Out.
I also feel like if I want to trade a 1 million rands account, I must build my capital to get to 1 million. Then I will also discipline myself to say, okay, it's fine. I will trade fundamentals when I want to trade fundamentals. Not someone coming to say, I failed because I traded fundamentals and that time I made man. You understand?
It makes no sense, actually. You're right.
And you can't be telling me because I don't have a stop loss and I'm running profit, I failed. You understand? I'm still running profit. So if I want to trade a 1 million rands account, I will grow my capital until it gets to 1 million. That's actually what I want to do. I want to be trading a 1 million rands account, getting like 100,000 every day from the account. And I want my money, not prop firms.
Okay, so what do you guys think is the biggest? Which one between these two you think is the biggest aspect in trading, especially when you are about to run a trade or you are in a trade? Do you think knowing your way into the market and knowing your way out, between knowing your way in and knowing your way out, which one is more valuable?
I think they are both as equally important, because if you know how to enter and don't know where to exit, then that's still as bad as not knowing how to enter. You understand? So you need to know when to execute and when to exit. So both of them are important. Like we were saying earlier on, to say when you're trading indices, like you come in and you're floating like 20,000 rands on a 1,000 rand account, like, are you still gonna hold, or do you know that now's the time to exit? You understand? And sometimes when you enter a bit early, you get chowed. So like, it's important, bro, to know when to enter and when to exit.
They work in line.
Yeah,
actually.
they work hand in hand.
So
it's
my
like
course-
knowing how to breathe in and out. It's the same
My course
thing.
is just a summary of 3 things. Like, that's the introduction to my trading course. Direction, entry point, and exit point. So that's Forex summarized, all of it.
Actually,
every
true.
trader wants to know where the market is going. They want to enter right, they want to exit right. So if you miss any of these 3 things, the trade is wrong.
And when it comes to indices, most of the people,
That's powerful.
most of the people like going for the whole setup. You understand? Like in my side, I go for the target. The money that I see is the one that I want. Understand? You can have one of the most beautiful setup, the way you imagine it, how it's gonna go. But at the end of the day, because you don't have a target, it might not reach to the place that you have said it's gonna reach.
No, I'm guilty. I won't lie, I'm guilty.
But you still made the money.
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
No, I
didn't
won't lie,
close.
I'm guilty. He's right, actually. This hit me last week.
Yeah.
So normally, personally, for me, I trade the direction, I trade the setup. I don't trade amounts. I don't trade.
Yeah.
If I see a potential trade running from here to there, I'm trading that.
Dog, trading
now-
money is very important.
And now, you know what happens here, bro? You're gonna laugh, actually. There was a point where I was close to bridging an account, and the market went to the direction, and when I was waiting for it to just hit TP,
Yeah.
news came in, bruh.
Reversed.
Yo, one hour candle, what dropped crazy. The whole entire amount was gone, and I was running, I think, about maybe $63,000, if not $62,000. Had I closed, because at least my target to
What were you still waiting for?
I wouldn't tell you, because
$60,000.
I was dumb. I'm trading a setup, bro.
Yeah,
I
setup,
think at some
yeah.
point this is kind of like starting to mess with me up, because now I'm used to like figures that are big. As soon as I run $20,000, my brain says I've been hitting this milestone. I'm bored. I need a new one. Now I'm in the 60s and whatever, so I need the next one. And now the more I keep chasing, thinking that I'm trading setups, it makes me
Also,
not appreciate the potential
bro,
profits I receive.
one thing that you need to understand, like as a trader, like even whilst people are watching at home, is that no one said that your prediction will happen. Like you don't have 100% guarantee that it's gonna move from support to resistance. Remember that trading is a game of probabilities.
Yeah.
So if you predict, that's why we say it's prediction. If you predict that the market is gonna move from point A to point B, if you get to point whatever halfway through B and you've made money, understand that, you know what, this is what I came here to get, and I'm done with this. You know, so don't ever think that the market will get there. It doesn't have to get there, bro.
So let's give advice to the viewers before we end. So would you safely say that when I trade the direction to say it will buy and it ends up buying, right? I must understand that sometimes having a target towards it's gonna reach this level point, it's now me messing up my entire mindset per se.
Yeah, it doesn't have to get there.
It's just that it bought, I'm fine. Let's get it done.
You got the direction right. It bought for that duration of time you were trading, and understand that if you made this X amount of money and that's enough for you, like you said, you made $60,000, that was enough for you to close and take your money. Don't think it has to do that.
And I think
Otherwise,
hitting a take profit, it's a flex.
All right, guys. So just to sum up the podcast, as our time is done, what word of advices would you guys have for the viewers as successful traders that you became today? You know, I feel like each one has something that wants, you know, not even a story, but that mind-shifting advice for people coming up, people who are in the semi-breakthrough, ones that are experiencing the breakthrough. I mean, I'd also like to, I'm actually inspired today that some things I didn't know.
Yeah. So one word from me is that always focus on yourself. Believe you're great before anyone else believes you're great. Greatness comes from within, and people only respond to your energy within you. So, bro, believe that you can do it, and believe that you are greater than what you're facing, and that's when you'll see your life translating to what you believe in the internal. Drops mic.
On my side, I think the biggest point is finding yourself. You gotta understand on what is it that you like. You know very well that you, in your life, you never become someone that risk everything. So don't become a person that risk everything because of someone risking everything. You just have to find yourself if you are this type of person or not this type of person, and don't judge the others of who they are because of you not finding yourself. So the most important thing is them finding themselves. That's all in trading. You just have to find yourself. What type of trader are you? Like, you trade a pro firm, I trade my personal funding, you understand? So it's you finding yourself that you're a pro firm trader, you understand? So even them, they have to just find themselves. Yeah.
Nah, fair enough. Fair advice. What advice do you have for the viewers?
For me, I would say I want to speak to those people that are mostly lucky when it comes to trading. If you got lucky for like a whole week, maybe let's say you funded 1,000 and you made close to 50,000 in that week, don't overspend that amount because those days don't come every day. You understand? You just got to save whatever amount that you got now, and don't rush the lifestyle of you buying expensive things while you know that you have 50K. That 50K might come once. You never know when you're going to make it again.
True.
Understand? So you just have to relax, pace yourself, and then just live the normal life that you're living, because you're not yet a millionaire.
Nah, fair enough. Fair enough. Keys.
Simple talk. Be realistic to yourself. People must learn to be realistic and true to themselves. Don't like Ninja was saying, don't try and be something you are not. Don't be too big for your own boots. Don't live above your means. Be realistic to yourself. If you don't afford to drink VSOP, drink Gordon's. It's fine.
Fair enough. Guys, that's it for me with the bros. So me, for my last words, my last word would be...
No, it's a practical example. Talk, if you don't afford Gucci, buy Mr. Price and Zara. It's fine. That thing is wrong.
Yeah, guys. So with me, the last words I have is, to be honest, me, I don't love lying to people. Guys, being broke is really depressing. It causes unnecessary anger, sadness, depression. So start making money. You already know what the fuck going on. This is your boy, The Goat, and these are Champagne. We out of here.